if you guys need to hear it again. So this exercise is one where you basically are going to animate some type, some writing, and here's what it's going to look like when you're done. Oh wait, hold on. Drop that down.
Oh, it's Dr. Seuss. It's cute.
So let me play that one more time. So basically what this is doing is it's been tweened twice for each line of type. So the first tween is where the type comes down here. And so that's just a move tween, just like what we did with the bouncing ball. The next tween is one where we're tweening a solid 100% opacity layer with a 0% layer. So what happens is as it tweens together, it fades out until it disappears. Once you do that, you'll turn on the next line, and then you'll do another movement down, and then copy and tween with that low opacity layer. So let's go and do it. So to start, got to open your animation panel, and the lines of type are all here. The very lowest one is the first line, and then it's in order. So it's just going to go in order from bottom to top. So first thing we're going to do is turn on the first line, which is you have brains in your head. And then we're going to copy the frame. So we have two of them. And we're going to move the copy down to the guideline. Now you can turn on view and snap to guides. So the type's going to kind of snap in there. That can be helpful. Using guides with type is important because you don't want the type to be wiggling around. So now I'm going to do the tween. So it's a 5-frame tween. And so I have the very first one. Now the one I showed you, it was 0 for the timing. But this one's 0.1. So I think I'll switch it. You guys can go ahead and maybe switch to no delay so it goes fast. Then now we're going to copy the layer, so we have two, and we're going to take the opacity on the copy and we're going to drop it to 0. And then we're going to tween that with the layer, the previous layer, for 5 again. So that gives us that fade out. Now I recommend for about each line of type you pause for at least 1 second with the type not moving, just being still, so that the person that's reading it doesn't have to struggle to read. So I would go to the bottommost frame before it starts to fade out and set it for 1 second. The rest can be 0. So now we're starting the next line. So we're going to go ahead and copy the frame. So we have a new frame. We're going to turn on line 2. You have feet in your shoes. Turn off the first line. And then we're going to make a copy. And we're going to move that copy down to the bottom. And then do another tween. Then we're going to copy again. We're going to lower our opacity to 0, and we're going to tween again. And then we can go back down to where that line is at the bottom and set it for 1 second. And you can always kind of play it as you go, see what you're getting, that you haven't messed it up. So now we just repeat again. So I'm going to copy a frame. I'm going to turn on line 3. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to move the copy down and tween. Then I'm going to copy that last frame, and I'm going to lower the opacity to 0, and I'm going to tween again. Now when the line hits down so that you can see it before it starts to fade, since it's 2 lines, I would go 2 seconds. It's a little bit more to read this time. And now I'm just repeating what I've already done. I'm going to the line 4 now. I'm going to make a copy, drag the copy down, and tween. And then copy that, lower the opacity to 0, and tween. And I can go to that line where it hits the bottom guideline and set it for 2 seconds. And then I'm just continuing until I get to that end frame. So I copy, I turn on line 5, copy again, move the copy and tween. Then copy again, lower the opacity, and tween. And then I'll set that last line also for 2 seconds. So that's that part. And then the last one is Dr. Seuss. So I'm going to copy a frame, turn on Dr. Seuss. And with this one, I moved it down, and then I didn't make it go see-through. I actually made it run off to the right, which is just a move tween. So, and I don't really care how you do it. You can do whatever you want to for that one. So first I'm going to copy my frame with Dr. Seuss. I'll move the copy down and tween. And then I'll copy, and I'm going to move Dr. Seuss so it's almost off the page. And then I'll tween. And I'll probably set Dr. Seuss to 1 second. So once you have it, play, and just make sure it's okay. If you mess up at all at any point, throw away the layers that are messed up and just redo. When I was figuring this out, I messed up a whole bunch. So I know I did it really quickly this time around, but I understand you're probably going to mess up a little. And then remember, when it's all done, you're going to do File, Save for Web and Devices, choose one of these 3, save it, and it's last name, first name, exercise 4, and you can go ahead and save. I already have it saved, so I'm not going to do that. But there you go, and then you can turn that one in.